What's going on, guys? Steel here, and today we're going to take a look at a relatively short dev blog. I apologize, I've been MIA for a while, but that is because I got a big vroom vroom mobile, and I've just been enjoying the weather, mainly not really playing games as much. Mainly just because War Thunder was going through like a weird... I don't know if it's still going on, you might want to leave a comment and tell me, but like last time I played War Thunder was like maybe 2 weeks ago, and just for some reason like the network connection was just terrible. Like it just dropped out of like 2 matches. Another thing happened where suddenly my mouse stopped working. Like I couldn't use mouse aim, and then I couldn't even click on like return a hanger or anything. So that was weird, and all around just kind of sick of playing the game when it's constantly breaking. But I do have an idea for videos. That idea came to me 2 weeks ago now when I played on Nova with C-Scat. What was I playing? I was playing the Sav 120, the little Swedish Sturp gun autoloader thing. And I know it was kind of lower tier, but my whole team, if I don't know if I have the screenshot, I might put it up on the screen if I do. My whole team just kind of sat in the same spot and didn't even attempt to take the B point domination, if you know what I'm talking about with Novo, where it's the basically both teams corner camp, and whoever reaches the B cap first pretty much automatically wins the game. So yeah, it was just weird. They all just sat in one spot and pretty much just died in like a minute or two after I died, because I was the only one holding anything. And it kind of just came to me. I'm like, you know, like I know there's new players and I get it, but even like at top tier, like there's people that just don't know what the hell they're doing. Or just don't know how to play certain maps. So I've had this idea where I'm going to start a video series where I might take like other like content creator opinions in as well, and kind of just show like what areas of the map you want to go, depending on the kind of tank that you're playing, the battle rating that you're playing, maybe maybe even the nation that you're playing, stuff like that. Like where to watch for certain things, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Just simple, just somewhat simple map guides. Because I don't think really anyone's ever done a map, like a tank map guide in War Thunder before. So I think that'll be a pretty interesting concept to go into. And that was honestly like kind of a good, like this dev blog is a good segue for that, or like a good way to bring up that topic. Because this map in particular, the Iberian Castle, which is based off of some sort of area of, I'm assuming Spain. It says eastern shores of the Balearic Sea, which is, from what I've seen people saying, this is somewhere in Spain or Spanish territory of some kind, I believe. I might be wrong on that. I don't know. But the map to me looks kind of interesting. They don't really show us an overview, which I think Gaijin in the future for map devlogs, take a bird's eye view and like map out what the map is, like where the capture points are. They kind of take a screenshot. I'm assuming there's a capture point here in the city or town. There's one you can kind of see the outline for here in the middle of the ruins, and then there's an overview of like kind of an outside area. That might just be another view of this. I have no idea. I don't really understand. Like, ironically, I'm talking about map guides, and Gaijin isn't really telling us anything about the map. It's very stupid that they're doing that. This kind of gives me like White Rock or Carpathians Castle vibes, with the, you know, camping probably on either side of the these walls. This looks like maybe an entranceway right here. That doesn't look, that looks hollowed out, like there's not like something blocking it. Same with over there, I can see that for sure. I don't know if you can get up top there. That doesn't look like there's a ramp or anything. Gaijin, once again, reusing the assets from White Rock that they've had for forever now. This map is also giving me, just from this screenshot, it gives me serious Battlefield 1 vibes. I forget the name of the map, but everybody knows the one I'm talking about, with the battleship behemoth that I think was a part of the vanilla game. That had the, like, it was somewhere in Italy, I believe. So it looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. I would thought about covering the F-14 dev blog, just as a side note, but I'm going to save maybe a micro podcast episode for that, or like just a separate video, because people are doing the average when a new top tier jet comes out. uh, you know, the average reaction. But they pretty much just describe it as just a town, some streets, some arches, and some squares, pretty much. It's not really much of a dev blog, but we'll just have to wait and see. This gives me Maginot vibes, and I don't really like that. I hate how in Maginot that basically the town is so separated from the C cap. I think is the A cap is in the town, and the C cap is the, I might have this flip, you know what I mean, the outside caps, not the center cap. They're so far removed from each other. Like if you play on one side of Maginot, you're very rarely going to end up playing on the other side of Maginot. Like the only times I've ever really gone into the town after playing on the other side of the map by the hills, when we have big Maginot, of course, not the smaller Maginot, which is stupid and I hate that. It just takes the same playstyle as Maginot and makes it tighter, which is retarded, quite frankly. But yeah, like I don't go to the town. I hate playing in the town because most of the time, most of the streets are unused. Like it's an overly complex town for the size. This looks the same to me. It looks kind of overly complex. Like this is only a snippet of it too. But like right here is kind of the outskirts, so maybe it's not that bad. But to me, it looks like it's either going to be like the city or the town on Vietnam, where it's just a couple of streets and people will just camp them. You might run into somebody, or it's going to be like this right here is a 3-lane. Like someone can camp you from this corner, that corner, that corner, that corner, vice versa, that corner, that corner, that corner. Like why? Like you wouldn't want to go here ever. You would, you know, you're going to corner peek and think it's clear, and they're going to drive out from somewhere tucked in down here as you're crossing here, and you get shot, or the other way around. You're going to drive this way, and someone's going to go, oh, whoop, and then, you know. I don't really like Gaijin mixing towns with open maps, because every time they do it, the town is just a chore to fight into or out of. It's weird, but maybe that's just par for the course. I don't know. This area in particular looks like you're just going to try and push. Almost like Fire Arc. So if you know the one spot on Fire Arc I'm talking about, where there's like the rundown buildings, like similar assets. And to get out of those, to get over to the cap by the church, I think it is in the center of the town, or the village. Like you basically have to expose yourself to 70 different angles. And like, if you're sitting behind this building and you look over and you think it's clear and you start trying to progress to this building, you're going to get shot by an asshole who's corner camping behind there, or there, or there, or maybe even like tucked into the rock and you can't see them, or behind this little tower because that juts out. You know, it's like it makes almost like a certain part of the map not want to be played. Like you can see the little bits of cover here. This is like too sparse. And if these are destructible, like if you can shoot one of these and the bricks just crumble and now you have no cover, then no one's going to play this area anyways. There looks a little bit like there's an elevation maybe, like these roads are a little dipped into the ground a little bit, but you're going to try and push to this building, it slightly crest this little dip, and someone right over here is going to, they're going to shoot you right down there as you're crossing, right about here. Right? So to me, that's pretty stupid. I don't know. The map looks cool, but I don't know how well it's gonna play. And you know, this is a thing I might go into maybe in my map guide, and I will probably reiterate it a lot. Gaijin has progressively over the years had maps where, because they have multiple design teams. I forget where there was a quote somewhere, but they do have multiple design teams, which is why one map like Sun City can be so dog shit in how it looks, and it's just copy pasted. Like every 5 feet is just the same fire hydrant, manhole cover, you know, streetlight. And then you can have other maps like this, which look like somewhat well thought out. It's pretty nicely detailed. It looks like it makes sense, you know. And then you have, like I said, like you have Sun City. So they've slowly over the years had more and more art, like an artistic direction behind the making of the map, or like a more artistic goal, I guess you could say, than like a functional one. And that's part of the problem. The biggest issue, which everybody will agree with me on, is one map ban. The more maps they add, I promise you, every single time they add a map, every single content creator that can possibly access some sort of feedback channel, or whether it's Reddit, Discord, whatever, is saying we need more map bans. It's already happening as I'm speaking and making this video. It's already happening. So, you know, the game needs way more map bans, because not everybody wants to play on the same map as somebody else. You know, like, imagine if in Battlefield 4 you didn't have a server browser and you didn't have a map filter. You know, it's like, and you're just oh, I guess I'm playing on this map. Like, oh, you know, that's what War Thunder is. War Thunder is Battlefield without a server browser, or COD without like a game mode selector or something like that. You know, so War Thunder's really behind in terms of like certain technical aspects of the gameplay. Is really behind other game developers, and you know, Gaijin really needs to step it up. It's pretty ridiculous. So, you know. Anyways, that's enough of me rambling. This video's probably already pretty long enough. Like I said, I'm sorry I've been MIA, but I just haven't been that interested in the game recently. Also, I will be moving out within a month or so. So there's going to be some big moves there. This is going to be pretty fun. I'll have my own place. I won't be, you know, with having certain background noises. I don't even know if my mic will pick it up now, but we'll see in post. But yeah, it's going to be pretty fun, and I will be probably more open to streaming when I have the free time, and possibly getting a webcam out when I have a proper like studio. So it'll be fun. Anyways, guys, as always, I'm Steel, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.